class 4, welcome back to science class. I hope you remember in the last class we have studied about what is adaptation and what is the need of adaptation, right? Now we'll move further and we'll talk about the types of adaptation. According to the habitat, all the animals have been grouped under 4 categories, okay? So what are they? They are terrestrial animals, amphibian animals, aerial animals, and after that aquatic animals. Today we are going to talk about or discuss about terrestrial animals. First we'll try to understand what is the meaning of what is the meaning of terrestrial. Actually the meaning of terrestrial is land, okay? So we are going to talk about land living animals, means the animals which are living on land. Now you see, land means the animals which are living on desert, they are also land animals. They are also terrestrial animals. Animals living in the colder region, they are also terrestrial animals. Then if we talk about certain animals which live on land, but then most of the time they spend on trees, they are also land living animals or terrestrial animals, okay? So one by one we are going to discuss about all these terrestrial animals. First, the first characteristics of terrestrial animals is that all the terrestrial animals are having very strong sense organs for which they can sense things in their surrounding, okay? And basically all the terrestrial animals, they have 4 legs to walk, to climb, to run, okay? And also to protect themselves from their enemies. But there are certain animals which do not have their legs to walk, okay? For example, like snakes, okay? Do they have legs to walk? They don't have legs to walk. They have scales on their body by which they crawl, okay? Then we move to the next kind of animals which are land living animal only, but most of the time they spend their they spend their hours, they spend their time on the trees. Like for example, like snakes, then monkeys, squirrels, etc. Now, what is the feature or what is the characteristics of these kind of animals? Basically, these kind of animals, they have very strong sharp claws. If we talk about the birds, they are having very strong and sharp claws, okay? With the help of that, in class you must have learnt about the perching birds, right? So mostly the perching birds are all arboreal birds. Now they have very strong and sharp claws which help them to hold the branch of the tree very firmly. At the same time, there are certain animals we can talk about monkeys. If you know monkeys, they have very strong tails, and with the help of tail, they can even hang on the branch of the tree. Okay, so you can imagine how strong is their tail. And these animals which live on, although they are land living animals, they are terrestrial animals, but most of the time they spend on the trees, and so they are known as arboreal animals. Arboreal is ARBOREAL. Arboreal animals means animals which live on trees. Okay. Then we move to the next type of animals, that is animals which they are also again terrestrial animals, but they live in deserts. Okay. So I can understand. The moment we talk about desert, only one animal comes in our mind, that is camel, right? Now what is the features of adaptive features of camel? Have you ever thought of how camels can live in that very unfavorable condition, the very arid, very hot, and where there's no water and the vegetation is also very less? How do they survive in these kind of animals? This kind of the habitat, that is the desert habitat. So you see children, these camels, they have you must be knowing, they have a hump on their back which help them to store water for long period of time because desert area is such area where we get less, very little water, and for which these animals, they have adapted in such a way so that they can survive for longer period of time without water. Okay, even for months they can go without water. And this hump, it's not that they store actually water, but then they store fat. Okay, and when they don't get food to eat, when they don't get water to drink, they use that energy for their sustenance. Okay, at the same time they have other features also, like when they have to walk on the strong, this very hot sand. Okay, so how do they walk? If we will try to walk on the sand, what will happen? We will just go inside the sand, our feet will thirst inside. But why does it not happen with the camels? Because their feet is very broad, and they are padded, they are broad, flat and leathery pads, okay, at the bottom. So when they put their feet on the sand, it does not go down. Rather, they are very comfortably able to walk on the sand. Okay, so this is one of the adaptive feature in case of camels in their legs. Then at the same time they have a capacity to drink enormous amount of water. Okay, they can drink at a time, they can drink a lot of water, which they store, and they can survive for a longer period of time without the water. Then they have long eyelashes. You must be knowing, in the desert area, what happens when the air is blowing. Okay, when there is a very strong wind, what happens? The sand blows off, and if these camels are not having long eyelashes, then the sand will get inside their eyes, and they may have problem. Okay, they may have trouble in seeing, in their sight, right? So these long eyelashes help them to prevent these kind of storm and getting the dust inside their eyes. Okay, so these are the features of desert animals, adaptive features. Now we move on to the next type of terrestrial animals, that is, there are certain animals, like for example lizard, then snails. What happens to them? Basically they cannot survive in very hot temperature, means they can't bear that high temperature. So for that, what happens, these kind of animals, they go for a long sleep during the summer time, and near about 6 months they go for sleep. They actually, what happens, they undergo the ground, and they stay there for a longer period of time in order to protect themselves from the heat. And this process, this is known as actually summer sleep, or it is also known as estivation. Aestivation, estivation, okay, or summer sleep. So like snails, lizard, all the basically the reptiles kind of animals, they go for summer sleep or estivation. Then we move on to the next type of terrestrial animals, that is animals which are living in the colder region. Like for example polar bear, yak, okay, and there are more bears and all. So how do they survive in the colder region? If you have seen the animals from colder region, you must have seen on their body they have thick fur, which keeps their body warm, and their skin is also very fat, very thick, which helps them to keep their body warm. At the same time, you must have seen the penguins, seal, and some other animals. They have a layer of fat in their body. Okay, and this layer of fat basically provides the warmth to the body, and this is known as blubber. B-L-U-B-B-E-R, blubber. Okay, this is what blubber is. What it is, a layer of fat which is present underneath or inside the body of all these animals, colder region animals, basically the penguins, seal, okay, such kind of animals. Then now there is one more type of adaptive feature in case of terrestrial animals, that is known as camouflage. Now what is camouflage? Have you heard of this term camouflage? Spelling is CAMOUFLAGE, camouflage. Now camouflage is a tendency in certain animals to blend themselves according to this environment or the surrounding. Means they change their color of the body, or their body pattern is such that they can blend themselves in the surrounding. Okay, and with this particular feature help them to protect themselves from their enemies, right? So this is what is camouflage. Camouflage is change, like a very good example, very common example is chameleon. Some people say chameleon also, but then the right pronunciation is chameleon. Okay. Now this chameleon, they have one characteristics in their body, that whichever surface they will sit on, they will acquire the color of that surface, and this particular feature help them to protect themselves from their enemies. Okay, so their enemies will not be able to spot them, and so they can be safe and they can move on. Okay, I think you must have seen this kind chameleon changing their colors. Wherever they sit, they change their colors. Now the last feature of terrestrial animals is you must have seen certain animals, for example like porcupines and all. They have spine-like structure in their body. Why do they have so? Have you ever thought? It is because again the characteristics is to protect themselves from their enemies. Okay, so porcupines, and there are certain some more animals, like I think you must have heard about the hedgehogs. Okay, so even I think so, the hedgehogs are also having these kind of pokey spines in their body, which if whenever what happens when any animal try to attack on them, they defend themselves with the help of their spines. They poke their spines in the body of their enemies, and that's how they can protect themselves. So here we complete all the adaptive features of terrestrial animals. Okay, so in terrestrial animals we have discussed about the features of terrestrial animals. At the same time, on terrestrial animals, there are different types of animals, like for example animals living in the desert, animals living on the trees, arboreal animals, then animals of the colder region, then certain animals which go for summer sleep, estivation, then animals having the feature of camouflage. Alright, so what you have to do is you have to read this topic thoroughly so that you can understand it, what are the basic adaptive feature in the terrestrial animals, and which are helping them to sustain or survive in the unfavorable condition. If they will not adapt these features, then they will not be able to survive in the surrounding or in their own habitats. Okay, so that's why adaptation is very, very necessary and important, as we have learned in the previous class also, that we have to adaptation is very much important in order to we have in the last class we have discussed that the need of adaptation is in order to search of food, shelter, then for reproduction, and as well as for our protection also. Okay, so I complete this topic over here. Then the next topic, in the next class, I'll be again discussing with a new topic, that is aquatic habitat and animals who are basically living in the water and all, what kind of features they have. We will be discussing about that. Okay, so I would advise all of you to read this chapter thoroughly, the chapter number 4, and try to understand whatever I have explained to you just now. If you have any doubt, please write me in the comment box. Anything you want to ask me, write me in the comment box, and just take care of yourself. Stay well, stay safe.